okay.
Patience.
So this presidential rally or a new iWatch freak.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
At forward, number 40, Harrison Barnes.
Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throwing the fact that both these teams play in the same conference, yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high.
It's been well documented that MP is taking these matchups seriously against other opponents in this conference. You got to wonder if that hasn't provided some extra motivation.
You love the gamesmanship. MP putting it out there. I mean, we've all heard the big statements in the past, and MP going after this is only natural, but it is hard to back up. And so far, he's got the question for the future. How nasty will it get as he continues to face teams and players who want nothing more than to shut MP down?
And now the Golden State Warriors started. A pair of shooters at the guard, Curry and Hield. Jimmy Butler is out there with the great one, and it's Green in at the center.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Vassell, the pass to Barnes. No good with the triple.
Messing with the thermostat. It's goddamn freezing in here.
Shots to go in for him.
It's moving at Demi Lovato in here. What are you talking about? You had the freaking temperature at 8 degrees, Johnny. 8 degrees. That's too
Well, he's a former defensive player of the year,
Are we
and
living
not
in
to
the
mention
empire?
a
It's
key
cold.
contributor
You're going to
to
give us
the
hypothermia.
Warriors championship team. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of
Why see
Fame.
me has
No
to do with low
question.
blood sugar? I said hypothermia.
Agreed.
Oh my God.
Agility on display. San Antonio
Stupid. I'm the
again
smartest man
missing.
at work. You're a goddamn idiot.
Warriors have gone 4 of 5
This
from the
condition
field
is
so
not
far.
requiring him to be a jerk. Oh my God.
Here's Jenkins.
To me.
No good from outside.
Make sure you apologize. He apologized.
Enabling him soon.
To go for the
Not
three. I didn't
apologize
think
for
it was a
that
bad
asshole.
choice on that possession.
Now here's Vassell. He is a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Why don't you take off that
Warriors making
robe?
a switch here. Moody's checked in. Here's
This is the only
nice D from Jenkins. And Greg Reese of the MP had a milestone game, recording the first triple-double of his career.
And there should be over the course of his career. MP's a guy that's willing and able to do whatever it takes for his team to win.
Spurs trail by 6. Harper kicks to Vassell.
Man, shut up and go put some pants on. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm right who I want to fuck with that.
And here's the fast break.
We're not done.
Here's Jenkins. Score of the Bucks. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Put my dick on the thermostat.
Every pass they make is leading to a score. It's just great ball movement.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have you guys? Okay, we have a call coming in from Sean Toronto. Sean, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
In a situation over real love, Sue, he does not deserve it.
It's about love.
$1 billion for a new arena and provided civic improvements in downtown San Antonio. So nothing this project has been finalized just yet. Clearly, the Spurs are looking out financing the state-of-the-art arena in the near future, around Victor Wembanyama, no less.
Yep, a wonderful organization. Okay, Sean, we appreciate the reporting. Curry passes to Jenkins, and Jenkins throws it down.
And we often talk about the importance of setting the table. Curry right there doing a great job.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Rejected by Jenkins. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And the Spurs with some changes. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Barnes. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. And Castle is subbed in for Harper. Kuminga's come in for the Warriors. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. Now, here's Fox. Last game, 26 points. Pass to Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Golden State moving it around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Warriors shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the Spurs making a change here. Cornette's checked in. No good on the second free throw.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now, here's Fox. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Here's Jenkins. And again, it's the Warriors missing. It's stolen by Kuminga. And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Making a change here. Wembanyama's checked in. Jenkins, he's checked in for the Warriors. Hield comes in for Moses Moody. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Shake Milton is out there with Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's the great one, and it's Butler in at the 4 slot.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
To the middle, here's Jenkins. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Jenkins with it, outguarded by Fox. And it's in there. Jenkins got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Shot clock at 5. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Johnson, that's for 2. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Now here's Jenkins. He's covered closely, down low, and Jenkins throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. 1:03 left here in the second. Outside Butler, on the wing, Hield. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. And then for Golden State, Green comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Shake Milton. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. That one's off, still out of sync. Warriors leading by 18. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jenkins. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Showing he can run an offense. Harper finding an open guy and getting the ball to him.
Jenkins dishes to Curry. And stolen by Castle. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for Golden State.
When you shoot it efficiently, the probability of winning goes way up. It also saves you wasted energy.
Yeah, sometimes teams try hard, but they're disorganized. Not these guys.
And right now, let's see who's job. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. De'Aaron Fox out there with Harper. And it's Vassell in at the 3. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. Well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his aptitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very possible that he will be the face of world basketball." Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he's taken over. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
And so Steve Kerr tries to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Grizzlies. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Golden State, they're still in that adjustment process. It's early in the year, but they've certainly established themselves as one of the elite teams in our league.
Vassell, no good.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots. Oh, he's having a huge night, and so is this offense, just rolling right now.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Barnes. And the shot is good. That's 7 points for Barnes.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
With his height and instincts, rim protection comes easy for Wembanyama.
Off target from three-point range. Warriors leading by 16. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jenkins throws it down.
Well, it's easy to see who the offense is running through tonight. Why change anything?
Fox with it. He's got 13. Out to the right wing. And here's Harper from the arc. Excellent D that time from Jenkins. And here we go, Jenkins. And nobody is bent. And it goes down 2 points. Jenkins got 28 points for the game.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Good work there as it goes.
At well over 7 feet tall, inside is easy money for Victor.
Outside Curry. A 3-ball. And there's Jenkins. That's good on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So both teams making some changes here. Wembanyama outside. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Here's Jenkins. Up and in on the layup. Jenkins got 16 points here in the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Butler on the way. He lobs it up, and Jenkins throws it down.
Well, he's just a jack of all trades. In addition to his scoring and defense, Butler is also a solid distributor.
41 seconds left to play in the third. To the inside. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
Warriors leading by 23. And here is Jenkins. 37 points for him. Outside, Green. Golden State moving it around. And here's the break. For the finish. Back to Sohan. Outside for Wembanyama. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Jonathan Kuminga. Great one out there with Trayce Jackson-Davis. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Hield in at the 2. Jenkins can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 21. Inside. Sochan finds Fox. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Jackson-Davis. Milton in the corner. And they're pushing it up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial to that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there, reclining fully right next to you.
So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Back from outside. The Warriors pull it in.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Sochan. And he goes right over Jonathan Kuminga and slams it down.
Quick lift off the floor there, Jeremy Sochan.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Luke Cornett. Harrison Barnes comes in for Sochan. Vassell, he's checked in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Harper in for Castle. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trayce Jackson-Davis. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Curry subbed in for Shake Milton.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner, loves pulling the trigger from deep.
Wembanyama passes to Vassell. To the paint. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Warriors ball.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Outside Butler. And Jenkins kicks to Butler. Pass to Jenkins. Shot clock at 6. Oh, the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Fox, shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. He gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
And that one misses. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to grab so high.
Vassell with it, outguarded by Hield.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James. Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
Team foul. Victor Wembanyama. Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
There wasn't a whole lot of waiting around to find out if Wembanyama was the real deal or not. He established himself very early on as an elite talent in this league, and his potential is unreal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. Castle's checked in for Harper. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the Great One.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Jenkins. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Here's McLaughlin. Wembanyama outside. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
Substitution for your Spurs, Luke Kornet.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Olynyk, a screen on Kuminga. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Golden State. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's Jenkins. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, he's cooking with gas right now. He's got over half of his team's points, and he's showing no signs of letting up.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
Got the win, got yourself a double-double. Anything missing, MP? You want fries with that?
Man, I love your questions. And you know what? I do want those fries, Dominic Hamill. Win is always good, and I'm not out there thinking about my numbers when I'm playing. But, hey, it's nice to see all the stats I racked up. Lets me know I'm as dominant as I think I am. Lets the league know, too.
Sounds good, MP. Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific work as always, Dom. You never fail to impress. Thank you so much. And that about wraps it up. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.
MP, right here. Come on.
I'm sure I'm going to regret this, but Frank.
There we go. All right. Okay, MP, the way you responded after getting called out pre-game, I mean, have you ever considered paying someone to follow you wherever you go, insulting you at every step along the way? Because I think that might work for you.
I thought that was your job, Frank. Besides, isn't that what that tabloid you work for pays you to do?
Oh, come on, I'm fair and balanced, MP. We
Oh,
all know.
balanced? Yeah, sure. Fair? Not so much.
Okay, what can we take from this to your next game?
That any success is a positive one? You win, there's positives. You set personal goals and meet them, there's positives. Tonight I did both. So, Frank, there you have it, positives.
MP, positive. Got it. Thank you.
MP,
MP, right here.
a real question.